Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We are talking about the big breaking news that is official confirmation that Rafa Benitez has today become the new manager at Goodison Park at Everton Football Club. We're going to be talking about this news. Just a little bit of follow on because I did talk a lot about this in a previous video that I did about this when it was all talk and it was seemingly all going to happen, this story. So I'm just going to add a little bit more onto this. And talk more about this story, and I also want your guys' opinions on this as well, which would be great to have in the comment section, particularly from you Everton fans. How do you feel about having a former Liverpool manager manage your club now? But before we go any further, I would like to remind you, please like the video and also subscribe for new breaking news always, and that would be greatly appreciated. But for now, let's go back to talking about the big breaking news story that is official confirmation that Rafa Benitez has today become the new manager of Everton Football Club. The confirmation has come from Fabrizio Romano and has seemingly spread around other media news outlets as well. Romano tweeted earlier today saying Rafa Benitez finally signs his contract as new Everton manager until June 2024 after 2 weeks negotiations. He's been approached by Italian clubs, but Premier League job was his priority. Romano got the ball rolling with his tweet confirming the news, but of course the official confirmation lied with the club, who went on later that day to go on and give the official confirmation that Rafa Benitez was in fact their new official club manager. We wait and see, of course, where this goes from here, but this is a very intriguing story because of obviously what it means for Everton Football Club, having a former Liverpool manager now manage Everton Football Club. Very intriguing. I don't think it's ever been done before that a manager has managed both sides of Liverpool. And yeah, I for one am very intrigued by this news. Yeah, interesting that the news comes out that he was linked with a few Italian clubs. Obviously, it goes on to say that Premier League was his main priority. And I'm guessing that when he heard about Everton, he would kind of jump at the chance. He has gone on to state multiple times that he sees Liverpool as a second home to him. And he stated that numerous times in the past. So staying in Liverpool is not the most perfect scenario, because I think that he would love to have managed Liverpool again, but obviously that is completely out of the question and unrealistic right now. But Everton is obviously the seemingly second best choice to him, I guess, despite obviously the past comments that he's made about the club, which we'll get on to in a second. But yeah, very interesting on this. The Spaniard does take the job despite the fans seemingly not being best pleased with this news, so much so that police are investigating a hateful banner that was aimed at him by seemingly someone from the Everton fan base, a banner that stated, "We know where you live, don't sign." The irony here is that apparently the banner was actually left outside the wrong house. So they clearly didn't know where he lived. But joking aside, it is a very serious matter to take nonetheless. And clearly some Everton fans, whether it be a small portion of them, are not too happy with the news that Rafa Benitez is set and going to be managing their club going forward. And you know what, at 61 years of age, Everton arguably are the biggest club that he could possibly manage right now. And obviously, it does represent a brand new and exciting challenge for him that I'm sure he's looking forward to getting stuck into. And as I stated before, there does seem a lot of potential with this club. This current squad does seem to have a lot of potential to it. And there are obviously things that they can do to strengthen this squad and build upon it and obviously achieve their long-term goals. And I'm sure that, like I say, Benitez is very, very happy to dive straight into things and look ahead to the upcoming new season. Of course, he's going to have to face challenges. One of them is going to have to be getting the fans on side, of course. The Everton fan base seemingly are not too happy with this news about being managed by a former Liverpool manager, and not just any other mediocre manager at that, but a manager that has obviously brought success to Liverpool over the years, a Champions League title, of course, that miraculous night in Istanbul, an FA Cup triumph as well to boot, and obviously did for at least one season get Liverpool challenging for the Premier League title again. So he has brought success at their rival club. He's brought success wherever he's been at the multiple different clubs that he's been to in the past. He's not exactly a manager who's got nothing to show for his years of work, but of course the common thread is that Liverpool and the comments that he made towards Everton at his time of being Liverpool manager have obviously stuck with Evertonians throughout, and of course now they are not too happy that he is managing their club that he once called a small club. In a press conference and a media outlet, he referred to Everton as a small club, and obviously has stuck with Everton fans and hasn't gone down too well given this news. It intrigues me when it states, like I say, that Benitez was linked with other clubs but he chose Everton. How does this make Liverpool fans see him? I said I was kind of on the fence because I can see where he's coming from in the fact that he wants to stay in Liverpool because, like I said, that's his second home and he's referred to that on many occasions. He wants to stay in the city of Liverpool. But some Liverpool fans obviously didn't like him when he went to Chelsea. They're definitely not going to like him now he's gone to another rival, a closer rival in Everton. So I kind of want to get Liverpool fans' opinions on this as well. How do you see Rafa Benitez's legacy now that he's obviously gone on to manage Everton? I believe the first manager to ever manage both Liverpool and Everton during their managerial career. As I say, it might be the perfect scenario for him at this specific moment in time, but may not go down too well with either fan base. Another big thing for me is the 3-year contract. He signed a 3-year deal to stay on with the club. Whether he sees out them 3 years or not remains to be seen. I fear that if things go wrong for him, if or when I should say things go wrong for him, regardless of how big or how small they may seem, the Everton supporters will be a lot harsher on him given his past, managing their fierce rivals, of course. They clearly didn't want him to sign initially, so if things go badly, then the harshness, the criticism and everything else that goes along with it is only going to escalate, in my opinion. But let's just play devil's advocate. Let's say if things go well, then we know what Everton's long-term goals are, right? European football. We've said this in the past, I've said this on numerous occasions, that is seemingly their top priority. The new stadium is of course on the way. They want to be a big player again in the Premier League. European football therefore is a must for this club. But like I said, also in a previous video, Benitez does love a good cup run. If he can get European football, then that's the top priority. But I'm sure that a piece of silverware wouldn't go amiss either, in either the form of the Carabao Cup, regardless of how you perceive that cup to be, or an FA Cup. That wouldn't be too bad either. Either trophy wouldn't be too bad of an accomplishment for this club. And as, like I say, Benitez does love a good cup run. He's run multiple cups wherever he's been at different clubs that he's been at in the past. So for him, a good cup run isn't out the question. But again, for the club, the long-term goal is obviously Europe, breaking into the top 6 initially, and then working your way up to eventually challenge for the top 4. Like I say, this news does intrigue me. This news definitely does intrigue me. Like I say, I'm kind of on the fence on this in terms of me being a Liverpool fan. I'll always have a soft spot for Benitez, for what he did for the club, how he gave me incredible memories of amazing games of football and amazing finals as well. Winning the FA Cup, winning the Champions League, making us challenge and believe for that one season that we were so close to winning the Premier League. But at the same time, going on to manage Everton, I don't quite like that, but I can understand why. For him, it is the perfect opportunity for him, and why he would obviously want to take it given the current state of things, and obviously given how he loves the city of Liverpool so much. So I'm kind of on the fence on this. I'm intrigued to see how well he does. Just hope he doesn't do too well, obviously. But of course, as I always say, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this news that Rafa Benitez is now officially the new manager at Everton Football Club? Everton fans, what do you make of this news? What do you make of a former Liverpool manager going on now to manage your club? Liverpool fans, how do you see the legacy of Rafa Benitez at Liverpool right now, given that he is obviously the new manager of Everton? Neutral fans, how do you see this as well? Not ruling you out as well. I'd love to know all of your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, whatever you want to call it, on this particular subject down in the comment section below, because I'm sure they'll all make for interesting reading. Otherwise, hit that like button on the way. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new and want to see more content like this. Both things are always and very greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will see you all again soon in another video.